Welcome everybody to Central Texas College Live Info Session. My name is Mariceli Vargas. I am the Director of Student Life and Activities here at the campus, and we would like to say thank you very much for joining us today. We have a great opportunity today for everyone to answer any questions that you might have about CTC. How do I start? I already started, but I don't know what my next step is. That is the theme for today. So, with me, I have a few individuals that are going to be helping me to answer any questions that you might have. And then we have some students that are logged in and have some questions as well that we're going to try to help and answer along the way. So hopefully for all of you that are joining us live, you're welcome to go ahead and type any questions that you might have into the chat, whether it's through Facebook or through our in live session. You're welcome to type them. We're going to go ahead and try to address as many as possible, pretty much everything that we can tonight. Hopefully this will help you figure out what to do next.
Yeah.
So today here, I am also joined by Bruce Vassbinder. He is our star communication.
I work in the community relations office. Let's put it that way. So.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
And periodically check the chat because I will be putting links into the chat, contact information in the chat as Mariceli goes through the presentation. That way you have access to it. And in case you miss it verbally, you can write it down as we put it in the chat. Sorry.
Yes. So we're also joined by faculty here. Today we have Professor Elizabeth Bobet and Professor Vicki Moultrie, and we're excited that they're here. It's going to be a great opportunity for you to get any of those questions that you might have that the faculty member only can answer. They are here to answer all of those questions for you. So please, please, please ask any questions. Definitely let us know where you're at, where you're coming from, what your goals are. If there's anything that you want us to focus, that's the whole purpose of us doing this live. So just type it in, let us know what's going on. We look forward to answering all your questions. In the meantime, before we continue, I just want to give a really quick presentation. I'm going to show you a quick video on CTC and some of the things that you should be aware about with regards to CTC. It's going to help, I hope, answer any of those questions you might have that might be a little crazy, just to get you started. So as soon as I can share my screen, I will go ahead and do that. See, when you're multitasking, haha, it can be a little fun. So where is this one? Let's see. Can you see my?
We see you.
You see me. Oh no, that's the wrong one. Okay, well, let's
now
do
we're
this.
starting to share.
All right. How about now? Do you see the YouTube?
Yep.
Okay, I forgot to do one thing, so I have to go back. Wait. I forgot to make it so you can hear. Yes, I've been doing this for a really long time, and I forgot how to do one important thing so you can actually hear what I say. All right. There it is. Oh no. You ever hear that video? Oh no. Oh no. That's where I'm at right now. Oh no, no, no. You'll know what I'm talking about. Yep, yep. Okay. There we go. Now I should be able to actually show you. Okay. Here we go. Let's share that. Okay.
There we go.
Now, yes.
We got you.
Here we go. All right, so that kind of gives you a general idea as to what you guys can expect when you're here at Central Texas College. Especially in the Killeen campus, we have the residence hall, and that's one of the perks that you have if you are here in our Central campus. However, that doesn't mean that you can't enjoy some of the other things that we have available for you uh, in terms of, you know, what are the different options and what are some of the other things that you can do while here at the campus. Um, for me personally, I want to make sure that everybody knows that the main thing you should know is that we're here for you. Um, Answer questions, be here to make sure to guide you through certain processes, make sure that you know what you're doing, what you want to do when you grow up. Me personally, I'm still trying to figure it out because I consider myself a lifelong learner. I just love learning stuff all the time. And so sometimes I have been known to take a CTC class just because it's something I'm interested in and just for personal enrichment. That's just me. Not everybody's like me, but I do know that there's a lot of people out there that have a very similar experience. And maybe you took a career before, maybe now you want to start, you know, something fresh, or you have the opportunity of trying something new and you want to try it. Do it. That's what we're here for. So, as a director of student life and activities, one of the main things I oversee is just student life on campus. Um, Academics are great, and that's a really important part, of course, of what we do because we are an academic institution. But one of the things that a lot of people don't realize is the importance of the connections that you make while you're into college. Um, Connections with other students that are going through the same process that you are, or that have already gone through it and can guide you through it. They can show you the ins and outs and weaves and everything of what can happen. Your faculty members, especially those that are in your concentration area, they can really guide you to make sure that you're on the right path to reaching your goals. And if you're even if you're not on the right path, they can help you with that. They can say, okay, you know, this is not, you don't feel like this is what you want to do. That's fine. Let's figure it out together. And of course, our administration, that's what we're here for. We're here to be able to guide you throughout this process. So I want to show you some of the things that maybe you guys may want to think about and understand the importance of it, because you have clubs and organizations here on campus that you can join. Through these clubs and organizations, you have a sponsor that works for CTC, somebody that can guide you through some of those questions. You'll meet students with similar interests, and you'll be able to actually make connections again for the rest of your life. It's kind of interesting because my advisor, academic advisor, counselor, when I was in college, I'm still in contact with her. And it's kind of interesting that my 18-year-old just graduated and I got to show her, hey, this is my child and now she wants to go to college. Can you help her out? So it's a really good way of kind of passing down that experience. And personally, I would love to be able to, you know, have people come back later and show me their children and just where they're at. I have students that have worked for me. I oversee the college ambassador program, which, by the way, we're hiring. If you have 12 credits with CTC, please come join us. Look up for us in the employment page. Yes, I am shamelessly plugging myself. But, you know, those are opportunities that students have here on campus also to be able to work on campus. I know through financial aid, they also have the opportunity of doing that. So please come join us, enjoy the party, meet people that you're going to continue to talk to. And some of like my ambassadors, they've joined the military, they go on to bigger, better things. And then every once in a while they come back. And when they do, it's like they came home. I will scream at the top of my lungs. I will go hug them. Ah, because they're like my kids too. So anyway, again, that's just me. But I am going to show you another video to kind of explains a little bit more about student life and just life in general at the college. And I really like it because it really highlights a lot of the stuff that I do. And I hope that you guys see that what we have to offer you is really for your own good.
When I enrolled at Central Texas College, I was worried about my classes, meeting new people, and what to expect. The tour of the campus with a student ambassador was pretty cool. He made me feel really comfortable, and he had all the right answers. New student orientation helped out a lot. I received information about the rules and guidelines on campus and how they apply to me. I was able to ask questions about things I wasn't sure about, and I felt more prepared for life as a CTC student. They told me about student life. It's the best thing ever. I can relax and have fun, hang out with other students like me. I met people from other backgrounds and made connections that I never thought were possible. Student life also connected me to campus clubs and organizations. I joined a club and found out it was a great way to have fun and make a difference on campus and in the community. College can be stressful, and forming new relationships can be hard. Student life helped me to grow as an individual and make connections and stories that will last a lifetime.
So that video really highlights a lot of what we have to offer at CTC. And I personally love it because those are actual students. There's a lot of those students that I can talk to you about and tell you like, yes, this is the story, like the college ambassador. He graduated with us. He went to A&M, got his bachelor's degree. Now he's working with the boys and he's working with the Cub Scouts and doing recruitment because he worked with us doing recruitment CTC, as an ambassador, and he went on to do all these other things. And that's the kind of stuff, like I can tell you stories. And then all the other stories, every single person that you saw there are actually students. Um, you might not think that it is, but they actually is students that we have there. So um, this is exactly what we want you to see, that we have available to you, that you can get answers and that you can do. Um, yeah, one of the students in there that he's kind of in the background, he is on my cell phone as Brian, my favorite student, because he said that's how I should put his name on my cell phone. So I have these connections with these students, and this is what we're looking forward to when all these students come back in the fall, is being able to like reconnect, see some of the students and make new connections and hopefully be able to help you uh, become successful in the future. So all I'm asking is that you give us a chance. Let us be there for you and show you some of those things that might make it more fun for you. So that's my 2 cents about student life and things that you can find here. There's plenty of other things and support that we can offer you. But I'm going to ask now that faculty members that we have, especially Professor Bobet, kind of talk to you a little bit about faculty experience, the things that you need to know, and just a little bit about degree plans. So, Professor Bobet, take it away.
Hey guys, thanks for joining tonight. Yeah, just like she was saying, like that part of just connecting with students is so powerful, and just seeing them just as a faculty member, not just overcoming our class, but then seeing them go on. I actually work in the Math Express program, and so if somebody doesn't quite pass their TSI portion, math portion, then they come and see us. So the unique thing about our class is usually people aren't like, yay, it's math. They're usually like, oh, it's math. But we also have the unique opportunity to just encourage people through. Usually it's like a lifelong fear of math. And we have students anywhere from 18 years old, fresh out of high school, to like retired military. And so we've had students come in and say, you don't understand. Like, I've tried this before. And we're like, we got you. And we have even had students, and it happens pretty often. I'd say probably like one a semester that will change their degree to math. And that is powerful because they're coming in saying, I can't pass this. And then they're saying, wait a second, I got this. Oh my gosh, I now want to go and teach other people it. So it's really exciting. So don't ever feel, intimidated like, oh, I'm not quite ready for that, because we're here for you for sure. And we love to celebrate with our students. And then, like Mariceli was saying, even when they go on to other classes, they'll come back and say, oh my gosh, I just, passed this class. And so we really do enjoy that. I did want to share a little bit about our programs of study. So it sort of kind of gets separated into two categories. Either it's transfer to universities, or you do like a career and technical program. So transfer to universities, I'm actually going to share my screen here. It's just as it's described. You're going to CTC because you're like, okay, I'm going to get my core requirements and is it sharing? There we go. Okay. I'm going to get these core requirements and some classes that are within my study field, and then I'm going to carry on to go into a university for whatever degree that you're going for. Then you have the career and technical programs where you're like, okay, I'm like ready to go to work, so let's like knock these classes out and carry on and like get a job. And of course, you can always blend them, right? Like you can say, okay, this is my long-term goal to go to the university, but meanwhile, like I want to start working in that field. And so let me see a certificate maybe that I can get in that. If you go to the CTC website, and go under explore academic programs. So you see this shortcut up here, the blue button, it'll take you to this page. And this page is definitely full of information. If you click this video right here, I'm not going to play it, but if you click it, it'll basically repeat everything I said in a much more creative way. And it just sort of breaks down like, okay, these are the two different types of programs and sort of like the why behind there. So knowing where you're headed is always super powerful, and it saves time. I know for me, when I started classes towards my associates, I just was like, okay, I know I'm supposed to go to college, but I don't quite know what I'm supposed to do. And so I think I got a generalist degree, a general studies degree. And then when I decided what I wanted to do for my bachelor's, I ended up coming back to CTC and taking classes that I needed. So had I known from the beginning, I could have saved a little bit of time. But the good thing is, you know, when you get your degree, they don't say, oh, but wait, this one took longer. It's still the end goal that's done, right? But yes, knowing that. So at the Career Center, they have tons of resources to help you just sort of kind of sit down and ask yourself questions like, what am I passionate about? Like, what things do I like to do? Because, of course, those are going to be the things that you'll enjoy doing in a career. So here on this page at the top right here, they have the areas of study, and you can watch that video to sort of break down again, like, okay, either I'm trying to do university transfer programs or I'm trying to do something career and technical. And then it breaks it down into these areas of study. So you have arts and humanities, and media, business and business technology, and you can play those videos as well, and it'll tell you a little bit about that department. And then underneath it, each one, it gives you some of the careers that would go in this department. And when you click on it, let me actually go to the business one.
Can you also, because I know that we have here Rosalind and she's
Oh,
interested in coding.
Medical coding and billing.
coding.
okay, awesome. Let's go. So, mm, am I overlooking it?
Yeah, I think
It's
it's
going to be
down.
medical office technology
Oh,
under
there
healthcare.
we go. So once you click on it, again, it shows you a video for that specific area right there. Tells you a little bit about the program. And I like this because I know at the beginning, like I was thinking, oh my gosh, like what do I want to do? But also like I want to know how much I'm going to get paid, right? In whatever field I'm going to, especially if you're stuck between two, you might be like, oh, this one pays more, so let's go with that one. So here it tells you sort of like what you can expect for median wages. It tells you about the projected growth rate. If you go down a little bit more, it actually shows the degrees and certificates. So you'll see here, the CC, that's going to be a certificate. If you see AAS, that's Associates of Applied Science. And you can actually,
Elizabeth, I'm sorry, can you click on that, the AAS for Rosalind, just so she can see what that leads to? I
yeah.
mean, this is just kind of a guide of the courses that you're going to need to take, and kind of it's all charted out there for you.
So this first one or the second one?
Yeah, the first one's fine.
I was like, or we
It's,
could do
it's
both.
just an example so she can
Okay.
see exactly.
So it shows you from beginning to end, which is really awesome. So now you have like your course set before you, and you can very clearly see like, okay, this is what I'm taking. You'll see right here, this means that it's going to go towards that specific degree. And then right here, core goes towards your core requirements. It says contemporary math. I know from experience that a lot of students will try to stray away from any degrees or anything that has to do with math. They're like, if I can avoid it. But like I said, we have people come in that are like, I've never gotten math, and we're like, we got you. And I always feel like it's super important to know, like, if you're passionate about something, then go for it. It doesn't matter what the hurdle seems like. We actually had a student who was a cancer survivor, and she wanted to become a nurse. She was like, I was so impacted by the nurses. Like, I want to do that for other people. Well, she got to math and she was like, you know what? Never mind. And we're like, no. And so she actually had taken the class and didn't pass, but she came back. That is so powerful that you're like, nope, this is not a period. This is the dot, 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 the ellipsis. I'm good. I'm not going to stop. And she came back and she took it again, and she got through. And so we always say, don't stop, just keep going. But yes, so if you see something on this outline where you're like, oh, I don't know, you have to look at the bigger picture and just be encouraged. Let me get out of this. So the Associates of Applied Science, that's not necessarily in the certificates. So that's not necessarily geared towards transferring, although some of those classes could transfer. That's more geared towards like, okay, this is like, I'm ready to work, right? Like this is going to get me ready. But if we go, is there another section you guys want me to click on specifically?
Well, Mary was talking about LVN, so I don't know if you want to stay in that healthcare area and click on the nursing thing
Okay.
for her. I don't know if she was able to rejoin us, but just in case.
All right, let's check that out.
All right.
I have a question.
Yes.
So I want to do the medical billing and coding. I already have an associate's and I have a bachelor's in science. So does that basically mean that I would just need to do the core classes, correct?
No, you might actually be able to. Can we go back to the
Yeah.
certificate? I think we really need to just look at the fact that you can actually. Oh, is this? You can actually just take. Can you show her the certificate, because that might be all that she needs.
That right there.
Yes. So if you look at that section right there, it's just a certificate of completion. So you actually don't have to complete all the general education. It's more geared towards the things that have to do specifically for that. So if you already have the associates and all of that, then yeah, just go ahead and just just take those classes only.
Yeah, I would talk to your advisor just to make sure, because again, this certificate is geared towards getting you out in the working world, getting you out in your career path a lot quicker. Since you've already got the associates and bachelor's degrees, you don't want to duplicate when you don't need to. That's a waste of time, waste of your money. So if you're able to concentrate strictly on this certificate program, since you already have your core classes done, this would probably get you out in the working world a lot quicker.
Mm-hmm. Does that answer
thank you.
your question?
You're very welcome.
Yes.
Now make sure, Rosalind, when you make an appointment with an academic advisor, let them know that you already have your associate and bachelor's degree, and this is the area that you want to go in, so they can make sure that they steer you that direction, or make sure that we're on the right path to getting you out in the working world a lot quicker, as we said.
Okay.
I feel like that's the beauty of CTC. It's like whatever your goal is, like there's a path there. And we even have students who will, like I said, have those shorter term goals and say, okay, this is what I'm going to do for right now, but long term, I'm still taking these other classes, but then they're able to earn money in their field. So
Yeah.
a plus.
Yeah, and that's going to be Mary's case, because she's got her phlebotomy certification, so she's looking to work while she's becoming an LVN. So hopefully that will happen for her as well as we look at the vocational nursing program.
Is this what you guys wanted me to click on?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
If Mary's, I don't know if Mary came back or not. Maybe she's joining
She's
us.
trying to join us right now, so I'm trying to get her back in because I
Okay.
see her. But what the thing about if you could, yeah, kind of show the vocational nursing to ADN, that's a pathway we have right now.
Yeah, because she said her ultimate goal is to get her bachelor's. So that would mean VN to ADN. So again, this will be the start for the vocational program.
How is the?
Yeah.
Oh, up
And
here.
then sure,
Yeah.
then we can go there.
You just click wherever.
No, seriously. I mean, it's all relevant. So.
Okay.
So as you can see with the associate degree nursing program, the RN program, it's a little bit longer. So, but there are options for you, Mary. If you start out LVN and your ultimate goal is to get that BSN, then we have a program for LVN to articulate to the RN program. So again, you can take care of that right here with us at CTC, and then you can avoid the changing of schools to get that RN and that kind of thing, and don't have to worry about transferring credits and all our nursing programs will transfer to a 4-year university, but to go from the LVN to your ADN, we can help accommodate that.
Yes, and we definitely today I actually had an opportunity of being a tour, and the department chair was there. And one of the things that a lot of people don't realize is that ADN is highly competitive, and you have to take prerequisites before you're allowed to even request to be in classes, plus the HESI and a lot of other things. So it's very, very competitive. You have to do really, really well on all your classes that are prerequisites so that you can actually get into the program. But one of the other ways that you can do is you start as LVN that does not have any of those prerequisites. They're considered co-requisites. So you take the classes as you're taking the LVN classes. And that one you can get in a little bit more easily. And then once you're done with that portion of it, then you can go into ADN, and there's a bridge to it, and it's a little bit easier or better to do. So that's one of those pathways and things that you can actually follow that's a little bit different maybe to what you're used to or what people may think as an option, but that's actually another way of actually completing the program and doing what you have to do.
Good stuff. Did you guys want me to show anything else in this area?
Let me go back and look and see if anybody in. Can we look at the LVN program? Is there a checklist available? Yes. We have Kaya. Can you go back to LVN, please? Because I'm sorry.
No, that's fine. You just might have to guide me where to go.
Well, do you
Okay.
want me to do it?
Yeah, I'll let you do it because you'll probably be like, no, the other way. So it's quicker.
Okay, so stop sharing and then I'll go ahead and do it. And it's just because I literally today went through this, through the process, and actually got to talk to the department chair and a lot of people. So if we go under academics, I'm gonna kind of show them what you have, but I'm also gonna show, if you go under instructional departments and more resources, it's 2 different ways of doing the same thing. There's multiple ways of getting to the same place. So here you have nursing, and it has a lot of information that you're welcome to look at, especially for those of you that were, asking questions about how this works. It talks about the associate degree in nursing. And then and it talks about nursing information and deadlines. So let me see. Wait. Programs of study. Here we go. So this is basically that same page that you were looking at. And what was it? I'm sorry. The question had to do with the deadlines, right? So I think we have to go back to that other page because here's the deadlines. So we're for spring 22. Here we go. We have if you look, application deadline already passed. So we're really actually right now looking at fall 22 deadlines, and the application deadline is going to be February 1st. You still have to take the HESI verification. The ranking happens in April. They'll have an orientation in May, and then you would start classes in the fall in August. And I think this pretty much applies for all the different areas for nursing. So those are pretty much the dates that for the application deadline, that's where they're at right now. So if you're looking to apply, you can definitely look to apply for the fall 2022. And then when you look at the degree plans, and let me go look at the degree plans really quickly. Programs of study. So if you do the vocational nursing, for example, if you look at this degree plan, these that are VNSG, those you have to take with them, like that you have to be admitted into the program to take. But you can take outside of that, you can take anatomy physiology 1, you can take pharmacology separately. And then you can also, and I think those are the main 2 ones that you have to take outside. And so those are the ones that you want to start working on, especially anatomy and physiology for you, those of you that want to do nursing. You really need to focus on those classes. They're going to take, it's almost like 2 classes in one, because there's the didactic portion and then there's the lab portion to it. So you really, really want to make sure that you do well in both of those classes. And I think pharmacology is mostly online. So you want to do you can start taking those classes right now. And this is for the certificate only. But if you're actually looking for the degree plan, oh, that's why these are certifications. I gotta look. I think this interesting option. You still see, and this is you still need to take anatomy and physiology, English composition, general psychology. Like, you have all these classes that you can start taking. So depending on what you want to do, you're still plenty of classes that you can take before you're admitted. And that's going to help you towards your degree plan, and they're still going to help you. And this is for the articulation towards, I believe, so that later on you can get the degree in nursing. So there's a lot that you can do. Everybody who's interested in nursing, I definitely would say contact the nursing department. And to do that, see if they have it down here. I know they have it somewhere over here. Oh, here we go. They have the here's the, this is a different one. I think it's this one. So this is for the evening weekend program, but it gives you a better idea how it might work as well. But that's similar to what I showed you. But to get the information, contact us. It's actually,
I just put the link in the chat there. So.
Okay, so it's dhs@ctcd.edu. You're welcome to contact them there. And here's also the contact information for the different individuals from the department that might be helpful to you. I hope that kind of answers. I know it's a lot to throw at you guys, but nursing is one of those programs that you really want to make sure you have your ducks in a row and that you really have all the answers to it, because it is very detailed and there's a lot of pieces that you're going to be stacking on top of each other. So I want to make sure that all of you have that. Okay. So that's nursing.
Yeah.
All right.
Maricela, to kind of capsulize Elizabeth's presentation, we probably should have showed that programs of study video.
We can.
I mean, it's just a brief summary of everything that Elizabeth went through.
Yep.
And just kind of in a nutshell. I think that might be helpful.
Okay, then I am going to do that right now.
It's a brief 2-minute video, folks. Don't be bored. There we go. So that's again a summary of what Elizabeth had talked about, how we have the two different paths, the academic program, the career to get you out in the working world a little sooner. So again, and visiting our career center, as the video suggested, is also a great way if you're not quite sure of what's right for you or where you're headed right now. That might help steer you. You can talk to those people. They have all kinds of information and resources available to you free of charge, of course. So that might be one option. Then talking to an advisor. Once you make that decision, this is what I want to do, or this is where I want to start, academic wise or career wise. Talk to your advisor and make sure that that way they can put you on that degree plan or that certificate plan, so you're not wasting your time and your money taking classes that you don't necessarily need. So again, it's just a straighter shot to the end goal, so to speak.
Yep. And I'll go ahead and I want to share with everybody kind of the process if you're trying to admit, and maybe you already did your admissions, and I'll go through the entire process. If anybody has any questions with regards to any of this, just let me know. Please type it in the chat. But I am going to, oh, wait, here we go. I'm going to share our webpage, and this is our main page, ctcd.edu. And so from here, one of the best ways that I find is the getting started under students. Oh, if it will work for me. It doesn't want to work. Okay, here we go. Getting started for prospective students. And it kind of gives you kind of an idea as to what you should do and how to do it. So first thing is apply for admissions. It is super, super hard. No, it's not. It really isn't. You just come here to the apply now button at the very top of the page. You sign up, you create your profile here, and just follow the prompts along. It's really a fairly simple application. It's going to take us less than a week usually for you to get an email stating that you have been admitted. CTC is open enrollment, so basically as long as you apply and submit all the paperwork that is necessary, you're admitted. And we just need to know like what if you're considered in-state, in-district, or in-state, out-of-district, or just completely out-of-state tuition and all of that. So you can do that. They may require like meningitis. Oh, you're not seeing my screen?
It says you're starting to share content, but I don't know. Elizabeth, can you see the screen? Vicky, can you see? Okay.
Is that a no?
Yeah, that was a no. All we got was the white screen saying you're starting to share, but not quite there yet.
Okay, so my computer may or may not have frozen. Yay! But let me see. I don't know what happened to the program. Okay, so the program is not working right now. Yay! So let me go ahead, and I can still talk to it because I can do this without anything else.
I can try to share my screen if you want.
Well, I mean, I don't even see you right now.
Oh. Well,
which is hilarious, but that's okay.
Does that work?
I can't see my WebEx.
Elizabeth, can you see my screen? Okay. Here, Marisol, if you want to just walk through it, I've got the screen up of getting started with the apply for admissions and so forth.
Okay, so then afterwards, you got to figure out how you're going to pay for college, which is a really important part. Is your family paying for this? Are you paying out of pocket? Which most people don't. Most people actually apply for some sort of financial aid assistance. And so that's where you want to, a lot of people fill out their FAFSA, which is a federal aid application. And then once you fill it out, then you find out what kind of assistance you can actually get from the federal government for, to take classes. That could be, actual like a loan or a grant. We really push the grant whenever possible, really discourage the loans unless it's absolutely necessary. Because we are so low cost, it's always better for you to use grants or figure out other ways and not necessarily take out a loan. But it is an option there. We also have scholarships that are available that prospective students and current students can apply to. And so that's also one of the other options we have. Last but not least, we also have veterans services. There's a lot of students that use their GI Bill, or they pass their GI Bill down to family member, whether it be a spouse or a child, and you are welcome to do that. we have all of those options here on campus. If you need assistance with any of those, we can definitely help guide you through that process. We actually, if you're looking to get the VA funding or to use the VA funding, we actually have VA representatives also here on campus, and you're welcome to talk to our vet success.
Oh, I think we lost her. Anyway, well, and also another source of possible grant assistance. If you'll look at the COVID Return to Campus and click on that at the top, we have financial assistance here. You click on that, and there's several descriptions of possible grant aid that could help students pay for their tuition and fees and books and so forth like that. So that's also another option for you right now. If you will click again at the top of the web page, COVID Return to Campus, then click Financial Assistance. It will take you to this page, and it will share with you all the American Rescue Plan, the what we call the CRISA, the Coronavirus Response and Relief Supplemental Appropriations Act, Reskilling Grant, and so forth. And these are all made available through the government, and we're offering these to students, and so they're a great option for paying for school. So you just have to go through, click on, let's say, for example, you click on one, and it'll share with you the eligibility requirements and those things that you need to do and how to apply and those kind of things. So if you'll just use the website as a guide and follow those directions, you'll be able to see if you're eligible for those grants, which again, we prefer that you take out a grant as opposed to a loan, because, with loans, you're constantly paying those back. So with a grant, free money to you. It's money to you to use, and you don't have to worry about paying it back. Also, for those who are looking for financial assistance, we are going to have a CTC live session, very much like today, like the one we're in right now, tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock with financial aid representative Pearl Creviston and one of her coworkers, so Lucette. And so they will walk you through the whole FAFSA process, who to contact about financial aid, deadlines that might be relevant that you need to know about, how to get your money, and all those things. So that will be happening tomorrow on Facebook at 10 o'clock, or you can join the WebEx. It's on the CTC News and Events, the link to that. But you can just join us here on Facebook and get the information on the financial aid aspect of things. So again, if there aren't any questions about that, I'm going to stop sharing my screen here eventually, if I can figure out how to do that. This is there we go. Stop sharing. And we're back. All right, I see Elizabeth now. So, do we know any question? I wish Mariceli, she's going to join us again. If she has any questions in Facebook, I don't have any in the chat here. So, Mariceli, are you back with us? You're on mute if you are. So we apologize for the technical difficulties. Sometimes these things occur. Somebody joined us. Mariceli, is that you again?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, there you go. Welcome back.
Okay, thank you. I am so sorry. I want to say thank you, Shelly. Shout out to Shelly, who sent a message via Facebook and said, I can't hear you. And I was like, oh, wait, no. So thank you, Shelly. I hope you can hear me now. And then she was like, yeah, I can hear the gentleman, but not the lady. I'm like, oh, no. So Shelly, you're a lifesaver to me right now. But yes, things do happen. And Bruce and I have been doing this for over a year now, pretty consistently, weekly at least.
Working on it.
And every time, every so often we get something like this. But thank you. I don't know, Bruce, where were you?
We just wrapped up about the financial options, financial aid options, and the COVID relief options through the Reskilling Grant and the ARP and all that. So I have to do that.
Okay,
so
good.
Next step is let's get to the admissions part of it. And
Well, we did admissions.
we talked briefly about the admissions and how to apply and all that, but I think we probably need to let people know how to contact these folks. So if they have questions, we did not get into that aspect, for their walk-ins or appointment only, live chat, that kind of thing. So if you want to share that or.
Yes. Okay. I'm going to try this again, everybody. Okay. Just bear with me. Okay.
There you go.
Yay. Okay. So when you apply, here's a lot of information for you. Once you apply, you have the appointment information. You can make appointments, and you can either have a virtual appointment similar to what we're doing right now, on-campus appointments, and then
Well,
you can also,
let me just cut in on this on-campus appointments. Fridays are not going to be effective through the rest of the month. We are not open on Fridays, and we'll open again that first Friday in August, August 6th. So right now,
yes,
Monday through Thursday only.
yes. Thank you, Bruce. That's
Yeah.
right. And then if you, I know that they also have an, a chat. I just somewhere. Oh, let's do this because why not, right? Admissions and registration. Here, they also have a lot of the same information, especially if you are under 21, you might need a bacterial meningitis shot. I know you don't like shots. I know I don't either, but that might also be something that you need to do. So I'm just letting you know that. Anyway, I can't find that other, I don't know if they took it down, but most of the offices here, we also have a live chat option that you can use. So next, speak with an academic advisor. I don't know what to do, but I know I need to do something and I need help figuring it out. An academic advisor can help you figure that out, as well as if you know what you want to do and you just need to be put into that degree program, then you can talk to them. They actually have multiple ways that you can talk to them. And here are some of the options. This is what, anytime there's a chat option, you're going to see this right here. They have the live help for Texas students and then live help for out-of-state students. In Texas, they have this email right here, academic.advising@ctcd.edu. You can call them, and like Bruce said, not on Fridays right now, but you can contact them Monday through Thursday. You can make a virtual or in-person appointment to talk to an advisor if you're here in the Killeen and Texas area. If for some reason you are out of Texas or you're kind of far away and you need to talk to somebody, we still have options for you. We have the Eagles on Call, and they actually, one of the great things is that they work from 6 o'clock in the morning to 11 o'clock at night, Central Standard Time. So we have a lot of students that actually work all over the world, and so that gives you that flexibility to actually be able to get the same service and academic advising that you would if you were here in our central campus in Killeen. Some students that are taking the industrial or office technology, and I am looking at Miss Rosalind. This is the advisors you want to talk to if you're interested in taking classes with the office technology area. And they're part of what we call the CATE Center and Career and Technical
Education.
Thank you. Um, and you can contact them, kate.center@ctcd.edu. And they're there Monday through Thursday from 7:30 in the morning to 8:30 at night. So you are welcome to make an appointment by email, and they'll go ahead and help you get into your degree plan and get it figured out. One of the good things is the reason that this kind of has its own advising, or part of the reason is that the classes are very different from your regular college classes. Actually, for example, office technology classes, similar to the coding and billing, you might be able to actually do them self-paced in a way that you finish what you have to do and then you go from there, just kind of get that ball rolling on all of that. And so a lot of the classes like welding, automotive, office technology, etc., all you have to do is sign up for you talk to the advisor, they get you registered for your classes, they give you a lot of time, you finish your class, and then they register you again. So it's not necessarily the regular semester. There are some classes that are the regular semester, but not all of them. So that's a really positive, it's a positive experience for you, and it's more self-paced, especially if you're somebody who's working and you need a little bit more time, that might be an option for you. And then, of course, we have international students. We welcome all international students also. International students have a different requirements in terms of admissions, since they require a visa. But for more information, you should definitely contact our international student advisor and their office at CTC ctc.international@ctcd.edu, and they'll make sure to help you with all of that. Some individuals, especially if you did not graduate recently from Texas, may need a TSI. TSI test is not an admissions test. It is actually a test just to let us know where you're at in terms of your math and English. And kind of like what Professor Bobay, she mentioned that she's part of the Math Express area in the math department. What they do is try to get you to the level of what we call college ready math. So a lot of people come in and they're like, yeah, it's been a long time since I took math, or I didn't do well with my math in high school, and I just need to refresh my mind and kind of get it. That's where this test comes along. We want to make sure that you're taking a class that's going to challenge you, not a class that's going to take out all your motivation. And like Professor Bobay said, we actually have really great professors when it comes to math. The standards are still there, but they actually care a lot and can be kind of fun and goofy and make learning a positive experience, which I have never seen anywhere else. I just want to point that out. But yeah, and the same thing with English. We just want to make sure that you're going to be ready to take English composition class at the college level. If you need a little bit of help, we want to get you up to that point. So that's what the TSI is going to let us know. It doesn't mean it's an entrance exam. It's just an exam to know where you're at in terms of your reading, writing, and mathematics.
Yeah, we don't want you to start out in a class that you're not ready for or that will overwhelm you and that will deter you from finishing your educational pursuits. So we want to make sure that you are at the level you need to be at before you can move on. And again, we don't want you to get deterred or disappointed or whatever. So we want to make sure that you are ready and willing and able to move onward and not give up the ship.
If I could just add something real quick
Yes.
too. Also, don't think that, oh my gosh, but now I'm going to have to take extra classes, because in the Math Express program, we have a lot of classes that are co-rec classes. And so you can take your developmental math with your college credit math. And so that's been a really awesome option for a lot of students. And before it was like broken down into like a lot of levels. And now we've just sort of kind of streamlined that. So you come into a class where you're getting that remedial math to help, freshen up on the basics and some of the things that maybe are just not fresh in your brain anymore. And then we still introduce you to the college credit math. So don't let that deter you either.
That's a very good point. And also that could be very helpful because while you're learning one thing, you can see it easily transfer over to your other math and it's easily applied then. So yeah.
Yep. So that is something else that anybody who's interested in admissions and all of that can actually, look at. And all of that is determined through the academic advisor. They're going to help you. You would take the test. If you've taken it already, then they just need the results. If you have not, then they'll show you where you need to take the test and what you need to do. And then they'll place you in the correct class. They'll help you be placed in the correct class. Then you have to register for your classes and pay for them. And I know that there was some questions as to how you do it and all of that, and we can kind of help guide you through some of those things. But basically, most of that we do it where it's called Web Advisor. And under Student Tools up here, if we can actually there you go. You actually have Web Advisor right here. And you would log into this and you would pick your classes and then you would pay for them. All of that happens in here. I'm going to use the guest one because I don't want to log into mine, but it kind of shows you a little bit in terms of classes. So if let's say you need to take a math class, since we're talking a lot about math today, the college algebra, which you actually look at it. You really want to look at what location you want to take classes, if it's central campus or if you're looking for distance learning, or if you're in one of the continental or other sites outside of Texas, you can actually pick those as well. But I'm going to just say central campus for the heck of it. And this is going to show you all the classes that we offer in central campus. And then let's say we want to take the class in the fall because, that's the next term we're starting for. So we look for college algebra. Oh, there it is. And then you click here and you're going to identify what professors are going to be teaching that, at what times, what location. So here, the ones that say lecture, that's actually face-to-face. The ones, let's see, the ones that say synchronous virtual learning is similar to what we're doing right now. We're having an in-person conversation and the professor's teaching. Online blended, that means that you will, for example, in this case, you will meet on Saturdays from 8 o'clock in the morning until 11 in the morning. And then there's going to be more work to it because that's not enough. But the rest of the work is going to be done online. So, and then you get to meet with a professor once a week, kind of go over any questions, you know, have that personal interaction with the professor, and then everything else you're going to do online on your own. And I think, oh yeah, the other, oh no, I went too far. Let me do that again. The other option that we have is the distance learning. So if you want to see the classes for distance learning, you pick that and you'll see it says online lecture. And then, let me see, I don't know if we have a self-paced one for math, but sometimes you'll actually see that there's different options. And if you see it says online, no face-to-face. So that's what's going to kind of make the difference in that as well, in being able to see the options that we have here for you. But some of these classes, maybe if I look at a different, I know BUSI, like in the business department, they will have the self-paced classes. I'm just going to see if online blended, wait, let me pick the location because that helps. See, online self-paced. So that one, you actually are going to, they're going to give you all the work. You're going to start working on it right away. You really need to start working from day one and show that you're doing work. Otherwise, they'll withdraw you from the class. But in theory, you can take your sweet time with it, and then you just make sure you turn everything in before the end deadline of, like in this case, this class ends in August 13th. Do we recommend that? No. No professor. I promise you, no professor. And you faculty, you tell me, do you really want to grade the whole
No.
class at once?
Not at all. And also, we don't want our students stressed out being like, I have to do my whole semester in 2 days, you know, so we always encourage you guys to take your time. Yes.
Yes, it's an option, but we have to give you that warning. So just wanted to kind of show you, you actually get to pick your classes, you register, and then you pay for your classes. If you have financial aid or anything like that that you have accepted already, then you don't, you know, that's already going to be into the system. But otherwise, you're going to just register that way. I'm going to stop sharing real quick and then
Just one more thing on the web advisor. You want to use that Eagle self-service when registering now, because that's where we're transitioning to. So you'll use that Eagle self-service once you get into web advisor to click, and that will walk you through and give you all the different tabs that you need to get to the schedule bulletin and all that kind of stuff. So make sure that you use the Eagle self-service when you enter web advisor so you can access the registration portion of things.
Yep. So let me see, where was I? Because I want to show you a few other things and then we got to go because I could talk to you about this all day. I really, really can, unfortunately. But it is late and we all have stuff to do. Some of you might actually need to rest, but I know, let's see. Oh, I'm clicking on the wrong thing. What's that, guys? And so you want to then afterwards stay on track, which is the other thing that we want you to do. So part of that is using the resources that we have available to you to make sure you're on track. We have free tutoring on campus. We have the library with a lot of resources. Math Express, for example, they have their own lab that they can help you with stuff. There's a lot of resources on campus that are free. Use them. Talk to all of us and let us answer questions. That's what we want you to do. And then before the other thing that I'm going to recommend everybody do, and this is me again, shamelessly plugging myself, is if you go under students and current students, you actually have new student orientation. And every single student should take new student orientation before you start your classes. Here are the dates for that we have scheduled. We are going to be opening some more for the fall, but those are the ones we currently have scheduled. You have the opportunity of talking to faculty members and actually talking to them a little bit more in depth about your degree plan and what you want. And it's going to be faculty from the department that you're interested in. You're going to have the opportunity of seeing how to log into Blackboard, which is the program that we use as the online classroom, so to speak, and to be able to access your class online. You're going to be able to look at a lot of these things and the services that we have to offer to you once you're officially a student with CTC. So we really want you to participate. We'll also have safety, security, and then overall who to contact if you have questions. I know it's been a lot of information that we've sent you right now, and the other thing that I'm going to suggest is go ahead and let us know if you have questions. I am one of your point of contacts, and you're welcome to have me as a point of contact. And I'm going to go ahead and put my email in the chat.
Beat you to it.
Oh, wait. Well, excuse me, sir. And I'm going to put it
Maybe we've
also
been
on
doing this too long
Facebook.
together.
I'm going to put it
There
on
you go.
Facebook, and I'm going to include Bruce's in here. We're definitely points of contact. We don't know everything, but we do act like we do, and we know a lot of people on campus. So if we don't have the answer, we'll definitely contact somebody that does.
We'll get you
Try
to
to
the
help
subject matter expert for sure. And one of the other resources when Ms. Vargas was talking about staying on track, use your faculty members like Ms. Beauvais and Ms. Moultrie who are present with us today. They have conference time, and I am sure they will be glad to set aside some time to meet with you and make sure that you're on track with what their expectations for the course are and what you can do to help yourself to succeed in their course. So I would definitely recommend talking to your faculty members again about those things. And that way, you get that rapport with them, and plus, right up front, and throughout the semester what your expectations are and what they expect of you. So again, they are a great resource of assistance throughout the semester.
All right. Well, with that, we definitely went a little over what we were planning on doing, but we had so much good information. And I really want to say thank you to everybody who participated. We had a great crowd online that's definitely interacting. So thank you for that. And I want to say to our participants and presenters, thank you very much. This has been a great opportunity. And I want to say we will see you soon around campus. I hope.
One more thing before we go. If any of you have questions about this session that you might have missed something, we will put this on YouTube at some point tomorrow. And you can find it on our YouTube page. And then if there's any questions that you didn't quite hear right, or that I wish they'd go back and talk about this some more, it'll be there on YouTube, and then you can pause, play as much as you need to and get the information that you need to. But we have to have our videographer transfer it over, and she won't be here until tomorrow morning. So sometime tomorrow afternoon, you can look for this particular session if you have questions or need to review anything that we've talked about.
All right. Well, thank you, Bruce. I'm gonna need you, since you're officially the host right now, to stop the stream.
Oh, okay. Well, guess what? I'm gonna change that and make you the host again. So if I can figure out how to do that once again.
Oh, if not,
Boom, you're the host. Guess what? You can stop streaming now all you want to.
all right. Thank you, guys. Have a good night.
Take care, everybody.